Hi, I'm over the all-seeing camera. We back to the channel with another one. I had to stop everything I was doing. I didn't even have time to set up my cameras. I had to do this on the webcam. Troy Ave took the stand today against TaxStone. Oh my God. Videos like this, you know, we love to start off with rest in peace, banger, rest in peace, banger. When someone loses their life, rest in peace. But he took the stand. He also, before he took the stand, he was on Instagram yesterday comparing himself to Jay-Z and a whole bunch of shit. Like, it's just crazy to me. Hip-hop is really like, not only is the world crazy, so is the culture. Like, even this shit is crazy. Quick CMOS for the day. Had to finish that out. But let's get into this and just start going through it. It's just crazy to me. And I'm not saying he did the right thing. I'm not saying he did the wrong thing, because I'm not the man to talk to. I'm not in that lifestyle. But it is just crazy to see him do this. Then he dropped a diss track, which we have to. I keep saying we're going to go on Twitch. We got to go on Twitch today to start reacting to music. And that's gonna be one of them. He dropped a diss track going at TaxStone. Like, imagine getting a dude at the stand pointing at you, and then after he gets off the stand, he drops a diss track at you. Like, nah, that's double the kill. Like, my boy's King Slayer up there. Like, that is insane. But let's get to this. Let's see first his Instagram post yesterday comparing himself to Jigga Jigga, that nigga Jigga. Y'all got love for me. I got love for y'all. Troy Ave. No F ninjas formed against me shall prosper. Free Troy Ave. You are free. That shit gonna open on Instagram. It's cool. He just played Jay-Z's music, which is actually good. I didn't click it. Let's see. To all my real ones that have been riding with me, today is the day I finally get it clear in my name. It's been almost 7 years since I lost my closest friend, R.I.P. Banga. 7 years of a narrative about it being my fault. 7 years of my character being assassinated, all while trying to defend myself without saying much. I took it all to the chin. Never complained about the stress, even though I felt it. Never complained about the pain, even though it hurt. Never shed a tear, even though my heart was crying. At my weakest points, I drew strength from God, drew strength from my children, drew strength from y'all. But today, your boy is strong. Today is our day. Nah, my boy Troy really sound like, no bullshit. I ain't even trying to be funny. He really sound like a victim up there. Like, that's crazy. He got me feeling for him and shit. Like, nah, boy, take that stand and say what happened. Your boy is strong today. It's our day. We in court, and the facts we speak louder than any words. It's time to get the false narrative of my name and dark cloud off my head. To all the supporters today, it's the day you can tell whoever went against us, eat a D. I told you so. Let's continue to spread love and destroy hate. Whether you're sending prayers or pulling up to the court today with positive energy, I deadass appreciate it all. Free Troy Ave. You're free. Self-defense. And he used a picture of Jay-Z. I believe that picture of Jay-Z, though, is not a criminal case. I'm like 100% sure it's not a criminal case. That's Jay-Z up there, like on a lawsuit. Like, that's a different. Like, if you take somebody to court because they owe you money or you trying to get money out of them, come on, bro. We not comparing that to a criminal or a murder case. Like, that's two different things. You see Troy Ave fixing his suit as he goes to the stand. Troy Ave testifies about the shooting at Irving Plaza. I'd rather die fighting. Rapper Troy Ave took the stand today against TaxStone in the murder trial that took place 2016, bro. Like, in 3 years, that was 10 years ago. That's crazy how fast time goes. According to the New York Post, Troy Ave finally had his day in court on Monday, March 13th, testifying that he shot simply out of a fight or flight response after TaxStone allegedly shot at him first. Oh, so he took the stand yesterday, Monday. I thought it was today for some reason. Okay, so that's how we're getting the news today. He said there were about 100 people in a green room when he heard Tax yell, "What's poppin'?" in what he perceived to be a threatening way. Banga turns around to me and says, "I'm gonna rock him," which means I'm gonna hit him, he testified. And then I wink at him. I tell him, "Do your thing." He alleges that when Tax reached for his gun and the melee began, detailing gripping situation, he said, "When the shot goes off, I see the light from the spark and I hear the shot. This is all happening fast. I get up and start fighting TaxStone, trying to take him, grab the gun, and another shot goes off. I put my leg up to kind of block the shot from hitting me in the face or chest." That's crazy. That's scary, though. So while he's fighting, trying to get this dude off him, he hears the shot go off. I think that maybe that's the one that hit Banga, and he just doesn't know yet because adrenaline's rushing. He's still fighting. He sees he didn't get hit. Second shot goes off. He puts his leg up. As you guys remember, there's pictures of him on the wheelchair because he got shot in his leg. All right. According to Troy, that's when Tax shot him in both legs. Oh, so never mind. He got shot in both legs. That's crazy. So the first shot, second shot was actually his legs. That is insane. It's fight or flight. And it's crazy because you see him in the video coming out, TaxStone running through the green room, and he's shooting at him. So the fact he was still able to stand, and like, you know, adrenaline is crazy. If it's fight or flight, I'm always going to be fight, because at that point you could die. Av repeatedly told the Manhattan Supreme Court, I'd rather die fighting. People die from leg shots. I'd rather die fighting than laying on the ground. Troy Ave said he was able to wrestle the gun out of Tax's hand, but it misfired, and that's when he noticed his bodyguard laying down on the ground. Whoa. That's crazy. That's something different now, because I thought TaxStone pulled out and they both like charged him and he happened to just shoot the bodyguard first. The fact that they were both wrestling and the gun goes off and hits somebody else. How do we know whose hand was on the trigger when they got pulled while he was fighting for it? Because at any point, if you yank the gun, his hand is out, or you yank it and his hand is in the trigger, that can make it go off. Like, I'm not really sure how that works. That's a little crazy. I did not expect that. I'm sure you'll still be in trouble if you're TaxStone because you brought the gun and all that, and you try to do like harm. But if you're able to prove that during the fight it wasn't you that actually pulled the trigger, which I don't even know how that's possible to prove. The video shows you running out. All right, let's see. Troy Ave said he was able, yep. Ronald Banga McFadder was pronounced dead in the aftermath. 2 bystanders were also wounded. Troy Ave was initially charged with attempted murder and gun possession for his role in the incident, while the Brooklyn-bred rapper was put behind bars first. His legal team negotiated a 1-year sentence instead of a 15-year he could have faced in exchange for his testimony at Tax's trial. TaxStone, real name Darrell Campbell, and Troy Ave had a history of beef that came to overhead when they ran into each other at backstage at T.I.'s show. I know one of the other two that got injured, which was Mano's girlfriend at the time. She got shot in the leg as well. Everybody was just getting hit in the leg. Like, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Everybody getting shot below the waist. Who he said he wasn't supposed to be there. I heard that same thing as well, that Casanova felt a little guilty because Cass is the one that told Tax to pull up. Tax didn't even feel like going outside that day. And he was like, nah, bro, pull up. Sometimes that's why you got to stick to you got me, like, when you have that gut feeling, you got to just stick to it. As crazy as it is, you're like, oh, shit, nothing happened. It's better that nothing happened and you didn't go than you went and something did happen, something like this. We were set to be an opening act. Wait, hold on. Troy, who said he wasn't supposed to be there, was set to be an opening act. Tax was charged on January 17th after police said they found his DNA on the gun used in the shooting. That's crazy. He faces murder, attempted murder, and assault and weapons possession charges. Is this just somebody reacting? Collins finally got his hands on the gun and got his fleeing rival in sight, only to have the weapon misfire, he testified. Only then did he notice that his pal and bodyguard, Ronald Banga, laying on the ground face down. Wow. I rolled his body over and I'm like, Banga, get up, come on. I'm smacking him like, come on, bro. Get up, Collins testified, and his eyes were rolling to the back of his head. His shirt was red, so I could see he got shot. 2 bystanders were also wounded during the shooting in the crowded VIP room at the T.I. concert. And Collins was initially hit with attempted murder and gun possession charges for his role in the incident. Campbell, who is 37, now on trial. That's crazy. So TaxStone literally missed his 30s. He went in at the age of 30 and he's 37 now, still facing the same case. Like, that's insane to me. Is now on trial, attempted murder, assault, and yo, that's crazy, bro. Like, And it's crazy because I told you guys before, what got me into podcasting and watching all this shit was War in Chirac, Tax Season, and then Joe Budden. But really, I used to watch Tax Season heavy. It was TaxStone and some girl I remember on that, and I used to love that shit back in the day. Collins' lawyer told the Post that prosecutors promised that a 1-year sentence instead of a 15 he could face in exchange for his testimony at the... That was an amazing deal. I'm not going to say if he should have took it, if he shouldn't have not took it, because it's not me facing that. But let me just say that's an amazing deal. 1 for 15, that's a great deal. A running feud between the two artists finally boiled over that night after Collins said he and McFadden walked into the VIP room before he was scheduled to join T.I. on stage and saw Campbell. Okay, so Tax was in that room first in the VIP room. Troy Ave and his bodyguard just happened to walk in and see him in there, and that's when the whole shit popped off. Now it's starting to make sense too. Okay. He said there were about 100 people packed into that room when he heard Campbell's shot was popping, which he perceived in a threatening way. Banger turns around. All right, we read that earlier. Damn, that's the picture of Tax right there. That's sad, man. That's sad to see. Sad to see. He was definitely talented. He was definitely talented. And again, when it came to the podcasting game, he was one of the dudes that really got me into like being a fan of this. In the aftermath, Collins and Constantine started to flee when somebody yelled the cops were coming. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm staying with him. He told jurors, referring to McFadder. That is another thing too. He stayed there. This was the picture that we originally saw when everything happened. You see them fighting back there. Out of nowhere, you see TaxStone running out through here like he's trying to get out the room, and then you see Troy Ave come out, boom, and shoot, and that's the muzzle right there flashing. So that's what we saw at first, and is why he got locked up the next day, which is a DNA and a 9mm. You see him shoot right there, which is crazy to see that he shot on both legs. Like, to know he's still doing his walk and everything, shot on both legs is wild. I can't even lie to you. That's why I be laughing at rappers. He literally said, rapper, I don't care about you. I'ma tell you. Try me. Okay, so wrap up of Troy Ave on the stand. Do I think that helped out Troy Ave and did not help out Tax? I do believe that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do believe that. One thing he said that I didn't know was, I know they wrestled over the gun, but I didn't know while they were wrestling for the gun is when Banger got shot. That I didn't know. I thought it happened like before. That's why he shot, then he jumped on him like, oh shit, I'm next. He jumped on him. That's what I was thinking. Or he shot him in the leg, then he jumped on him. The fact that he said the shot went off again, unless I misunderstood, because he only said 2 shots went off and then he got shot on both legs. So unless he shot him in the leg, Banger went up, and that's when they jumped on him, and then the shot went off and hit Banger, you get me? And then the next shot was in his other leg. Like, unless it went that way, but 3 shots were fired. No, more than 3 shots, 5 shots. 2 people were shot, Banger was shot, and Troy Ave took 2, 1 to each leg. I'm not gonna lie to you though, I see now why he took the stand. It's a 1 versus 15. That's a deal that a civilian like me would definitely take. To protect a nigga that shot me, I'm gonna do 15. Like, that's why I never joined the gangs, bro. That's why I never did that life, because the math just didn't make sense. I was too good at math. I think that was the issue with me and gang life. I was doing math and shit, and just the math never equaled up. It just never balanced out. I was like, yeah, I don't think that shit is for me. But let me know down below what you think about all this crazy stuff going on. Is Tax in the wrong? Is Troy Ave in the wrong? Do you side with him, and are you happy that he fought his fight and stood strong and took that stand and, you know, stuck to and said exactly what happened? Because people out there were trying to say, remember at first that he even shot his best friend and then turned the gun and tried to shoot everybody else and went crazy back there. It's nuts to see. Like, when it comes down to this, all that gangster shit goes out the window, bro. You always see 6ix9ine, all this other, even like those are rappers, but even the gang members, a lot of the times too, yeah, sometimes they take the time, but we seen in the YSL case, a lot of times, bro, when it's either you or me doing the rest of our life behind bars, niggas gonna say what happened. They gonna say what happened. But comment down below, let me know what you think about all this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we on the road to 5,000 subs. So sub up, sub up, sub up. Like I love to say, until the next one. We out here.